Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back on Angel Mountain. We have a lot to do. Let's see where everything is at. Let's take a look at our statistics in here, or our inventory. Between episodes, I've been mining coal quite a bit, and we are making great progress on the 10 million liter objective. Look at this coal, 8 million, almost 8.1 million liters of coal. This episode, we want to raise some cash. Well, there's a few things we need to do. Over by field 21, way out here, we do have some more, I think, trees that we need to collect. I think they're all cut down. We just need to collect them, take them over to the forestry area and get those loaded into the sawmill and into log storage if the sawmill fills up. We've got stumps we need to grind. I'm super anxious to buy, let's see, if we look at the fields, I'm really anxious to buy field 25 here. We can see this is almost ready to harvest. Also, field 21, that's our clover field. That's getting ready to harvest too. We have one more cycle, and we may flip over to the next day this episode. We also need to get our cows this time. I think it's cattle. We'll bring in 3 loads of cattle, get those loaded into the cow shed. And then, yeah, let's sell as much stuff as we can and see if we can't raise enough money to pick up field 25. Kind of want to get that field. I think that's the one I've decided. It's going to be, oh man, I don't know if we're going to be able to raise enough money, but 1.366 million. And we're going to try. If we're real close, I may take out actually a little bit of a loan to get us over the hump, to get that. I just want to get that land before this field turns over. Like, I'm not sure what happens if we get to where it's ready to harvest, if the game will actually harvest it on its own, and then we'll have to buy like some empty field. It'd be nice to get the crop on there. I think that one is soybeans, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I looked. Yeah, that's soybeans. That's kind of an easy harvest. As far as our other fields, we still have a little bit of time before a lot of time actually, before our wheat is ready to turn over. And that's fine. We have a lot to do in between. Let's get on it. While I'm in this window, let's pay off our 20 grand. We may take out a loan, but we'll just see where we end up. I'm going to repay 20. That's that. Let's go get our cattle. And I probably need to get the game sound on. I'm not hearing anything. Give me a second. All right, that sounds better. Yeah, let's go get 3 loads of cattle. And we'll take a look at how the animals are doing. Oh, look at that. We got a little bit of wool already. Nice. Not bad. We'll probably save that for the tailor and turn that into cloth or clothes. But yeah, off to get some cattle. I will meet you back at the animal dealer. All right, here we are at the animal dealer. Same thing as we've been doing. Just gonna grab the baby cows, kind of the non-dairy ones. We've been going with Angus so far. We'll stick with those. Boom, 6 at a time. Super cheap. We'll get these back. Tell you what, I'm going to make all the trips, and then I'll meet you back at the cow barn when we are unloading the last little group of cows. And then we can get to maybe getting some of those logs off of field 21. But yeah, I will see you back at the cow barn with the last load. All right, this is the last load of cows, at least for this episode. Brought a total of 18 over. These are the last 6 of those 18. We'll get these loaded in, then we'll take a look at all of our animals, see how everybody's doing. I'm sure we're fine on food and straw and things, but we'll take a quick look. Very nice. We're done with this. Done with the truck. Done with the trailer. Eventually, I want to get the bigger animal trailer that we can just pull with the semi-truck. And obviously, I want to get a new pickup truck once we get more cash. Go ahead and close this up for now. Take a look. All right, animals. We've got quite a bit. What is that, 72, it looks like? 72 cows at this point. Not bad. Let's see. These guys are 5% of the way through puberty. 5% there, and then these guys haven't even started. Health 100% on those 36. They're worth 345 each. So that's actually more than we paid. And they're not going to produce any milk for us. Straw looks fine, and hay looks fine. How about our sheep? We have what? 52 sheep, it looks like. These guys, yeah, puberty 12%. We did actually get a little wool that spawned through. So that's kind of cool. Let's go take a look at that real quick. Where are you, sheep? Over here. Looks like I left the door open. We'll close that while we're here. They don't go sneaking out. Yeah, I guess that's a partial pallet, right? Not bad. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm not sure how many spawn. It looks like they spawn... probably can get at least 2 rows, right, of pallets are going to spawn here, so we don't have to worry about picking that up. Not sure what this little space is for. I guess you could park a vehicle in there if you wanted to. There they are, chewing up the grass. All right, let's get the semi. I'm going to tab over to it. I'm not even sure where it's at. Oh, it's over here by the coal mine. Yeah, oh man, I've been mining a lot of coal. We're not going to do that right now, though, so let's get this out of here. Let's head down to Mammoth Mill. I think that's where our timber runner logging trailer is at. And let's go get some timber off of next to field 21 and get that area cleared out. We need to grind some stumps too. Not sure we'll do that in this episode or not. We'll see if there's time. I would like to get those trees off of the ground. Kind of make progress on that job. Let's get it done. Oh, I could have run this thing through the power washer, couldn't I? Maybe next time. I'm sure I'll be back at the coal pit or the iron pit before long. They'll have millions of liters to mine. But that's all right. We'll get to it as we go. We're starting to lose our daylight. Once we bring in this timber, we will likely advance to the next day. And then hopefully we'll have some good prices for our products and we can sell a bunch of stuff. See if we can't raise quite a lot of money. We'd like, what is it, 5,000, 500,000 or almost 600,000 is what we'd like to raise in this episode. So we can buy that field. I don't know if we are going to be able to do that or not. We'll find out. We'll find out this episode. We'll sell basically all of our produce. Maybe even start selling some of the strawberries if we need to. I really, really want to get another field. We can pick up wood chips. This is usually pretty quick to do, so we'll do it. All right, not bad. 12,000 liters there. We'll probably have hardly anything over here. Maybe 1,000 or 2 over from the carpentry mill. But we'll grab these two and just get this done. 19, almost 20,000 liters. Take this over to the Mammoth Mill. It'll get turned into planks and I think the cardboard boxes. Definitely need to get poplar going. Once our wheat field turns over, that's what we're going to do. That's field 28. It's right nearby here. Turn that into poplar. It's going to be a little while. But then hopefully we can get a steady supply of wood chips. And that'll give us a steady supply of planks, which means pallets and furniture and all that stuff that we need. There's our timber trailer. We'll grab that in a second. I'm going to park this guy out front. We got a couple planks, a couple pallets of planks we could move. Not urgent. There's our new log storage. Heating plant, I'm leaving it here for now. We'll see. Probably going to take that up. But it's only worth 20 grand to sell it, so we'll leave it there for a bit. All right, now let's head over to field 21 and pick up some logs. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch still laying there. It's been a little while in real life since I've been over to that field. Been mostly focused on mining between episodes, just because there's so much we need to do. And there's no good way to automate that. We can automate a lot of the field, turning over the fields. And when we advance the day, our clover field might be ready to harvest. Now that clover, I think we can use that for the beehives. So we may pick up one of those soon and start feeding clover to that. And then there's the hen house. I'm still not quite sure how that works. That gets us chicken cutlets and feathers that we need for a couple different products. We could take the feathers over to the old man's mill and make feather dusters out of those. And then the chicken cutlets, I think, actually sell for a pretty good price. And then the hen house also produces eggs. And we'll take a look and see how that goes. It looks like it might produce like totally overpowered amounts of eggs. I'm not sure. If it does, I just won't use those eggs. I don't want it to be crazy overpowered, and it might be. I'm just not sure. Maintenance looks good on this vehicle. If you notice, between episodes, we're always a little bit lower in cash by 20, 30,000 than we left the previous episode. And that's because as I'm hauling ore, both with our wheel loader and this truck, I end up having to put these guys through maintenance almost always 1 or 2 times between episodes. And that adds up. Not cheap. I imagine the economic difficulty set to hard, as I have it, is making even the maintenance more costly. But we'll struggle through it. We'll take on that challenge. There's our Ponce tree harvester. Yeah, here's our logs. Let's get to it. Like I said, we'll get to the stumps either towards the end of the episode or a different time. that is our last load of logs. We're going to put these ones into storage because the sawmill is full. Let me just move this trailer off to the side. And then we'll take a look and see just how many logs we have saved up. Let's take a look. Dump this guy off. Drop you off. And I'm actually, while I'm in the truck, I'm going to hook up to our low loader. We're going to use that to haul some product for sale. We're going to make a lot of trips, but we're going to do that once we advance the day. I could jump out and hit those pallets too. Maybe we'll do that right after this, because it's going to be pretty easy. Let's do that. Let's get in the forklift and just pull those 2 pallets of boards over, or planks, over to the carpentry mill. I kind of like this. I kind of like this forklift, but we're losing our daylight, so we definitely want to advance the day, and that'll also hopefully increase the amount of stuff that we have to sell. That off the screen, and oops, I'm stuck against the pole, I think, there. Not bad. My skills are improving on the forklift. I brought tons of nails over from Mammoth Mill here to the carpentry mill. All right, that's all for that. Boom. Let's hop out. We're going to get a save here, but let's hop out and see just how much wood we have stored. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure if that log storage shows up here in production chains or not. Doesn't look like it, does it? Greenhouse 3, greenhouse, drawing mill, composter, sawmill. So we can see the sawmill's full. Nice. It's got a few planks there that hasn't spawned yet, and wood chips we just collected a little while ago. Let's see an inventory if it shows us wood. Hopefully. I don't know where it's going to show up, though, because it didn't show up in here before. So many products. We want 10 million of each of these things saved up, so we have our work cut out for us. Yeah, I don't see him there. I guess if we walk up to this log storage, maybe we'll see it there. Oh, look at all the traffic blocked because of that trailer. That's ridiculous. Does this show? That's kind of strange. Store wood, power tools. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look and see. I'm sure it shows up somewhere. There it is. Wood storage, 67,242 liters. And this wood storage will hold 1 million. We might need to put 10 of these down. I think I mentioned that before. Anyway, let's make this trailer, pull this back so it's not blocking traffic. They really want a wide margin. Look at all those cars backed up for this thing on the shoulder. Anyway, let's tab our way over towards the farmhouse, and then we'll advance the day. That's not a bad spot. Let's jog over to the farmhouse in the rain here. There's the drying mill. Hopefully overnight this thing will keep running and produce some more banana chips and dried cherries for us to sell. Looks like there's about 30,000 liters of both. All right, let's take naps here and then get up. I guess it's 6. Sleep through the night. All right, we have some costs. Loan interest, $58.50. Property maintenance, $571. Production costs, $128. Not much for production costs. Let's advance the time. It's still pretty dark at 6 o'clock here. Let's speed up time till we get some light. Sky looks kind of cool. All right, that's a lot better. Bring it down to single speed, and let's tab our way over to our flatbed. And we'll start with Start with glass jars. Going around this way. And just empty this mammoth mill out. Probably going to take all of the steel as well. We'll make sure Old Man's Mill has enough, but if it does, we'll grab the steel out of here. Looks like there's 543,000 liters. So that should be some cash. All right, jars it is. We want as many as you'll give us. I think 18 is the most that will spawn. All right, that's enough for this load. Let's see what these are going to sell for. Where we take them, it's usually the hardware store. You can find these in the list. Here we go. 530 bucks at the hardware store, and the price is increasing. I will meet you over there with each load, and we'll just dump these things and see how much we get. Yeah, no one uses jars. Before we start selling the steel, we'll go check the Old Man's Mill. But let's get rid of the jars. Here we go. All right, here we go with the first load of jars. We're at 791,000. So let's see what we end up with at the end of selling all of these products. We need to get to like almost 1.4 million so we can buy that field. We'll see what we get. 791, so that's 20,000 so far. All right, not bad. Let's go get more. All right, here's our second load. All right, another $76,000. Let's keep going. All right, that's the end of the glass jars that we're going to sell. So where do we start out? 790. So almost $300,000 off of just the glass jars. I think what I'm going to grab next is the drill pipe. It doesn't sell for quite as much, but we have 500,000 liters of that. So we'll sell all our drill pipe. Eventually I want to use that for oil wells, but let's raise cash. We want to get some fields. So yeah, we'll make several trips of drill pipe. All right, that's the last of the drill pipe. That just brought us over just over 1.2 million. Let's head back to Mammoth Mill. We're going to keep this sell-a-thon going here. And we're going to go after, I think, the steel next. But I want to check Old Man's Mill to see if they need a delivery of steel. We may just take a delivery of steel over to the Old Man's Mill and then get to selling wheelchairs and walkers. Again, we hope to get to 1.4 million. We do have produce to sell. We have banana chips and dried cherries that I think are going to bring us close to 100 grand. We'll see. Think we can make it. We also have produce to sell, pumpkins and blueberries, all that kind of stuff. Those don't sell for a whole lot, but they could bring us over the 1.4 threshold, 1.4 million threshold, where we can buy that field. The field we want to buy is right there. It's got soybeans on it, and it's just about ready to harvest. Not quite yet. And maybe we can have a little extra cash on hand too and buy up one of the apiaries, one or more of the apiaries, and I'd still like to get the rest of the greenhouses and the other orchard too. So we're going to sell everything we got, pretty much everything we have. We're not going to sell the bananas and cherries that have not yet been dried, because those are just too profitable once they've been dried to sell that fruit raw. Let's park here. Then we're going to take a look at Old Man's Mill. We may get a save here. Let's just take a look. All right, let's go to production lines. We're definitely not going to sell planks. We need those desperately. Bakery can't do anything. Carpentry mill, we're going to save crates. I think we need to take these over to the apiary once we buy them. We have 300,000 of those. Furniture we could sell, I suppose. There's not a whole lot. Should we just set this to spawning? Or let's spawn what we have. We'll sell it. Boy, it's not great. It's just it's so slow to produce. I'm tempted to just save this, but maybe we'll sell a load. That looks like all the pallets we can get. We'll come back and grab those barrels we want to save. That's going to be useful for other products, I believe. We're not going to sell compost. We'll get to banana chips and dried cherries later when we get back to the main farm. Greenhouse, we're not going to sell flour. Produce, again, once we get to the main farm. Plank, sacks, nails, probably won't sell nails. We have some. Probably not going to sell those. We use those for pallets, and I think the Old Man's Mill uses those too. Boxes we won't sell. This is our dried cherries and bananas, I think, use these. Jars we're sold out of. But steel we should have a lot. 553,000, yeah. Let's see if Old Man's Mill needs steel. He's got 317,000. I think we're safe to sell it all, to tell you the truth. And then we'll get at selling walkers and wheelchairs next. But I'm going to empty out all the steel from here and just sell it. Let's see where it sells, what we're going to get for it. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. This is the regular markets. It's a bit of a drive. We're going to go to the market probably with the wheelchairs and the walkers. But for, what is that, $5 more per 1,000 liters? I think I'm just going to take the steel to the hardware store. It's just a little closer, I think. So, all right, here we go. Let's get rid of the steel. All right, that's the last of the steel. That brought us up to 1.338 million. We are getting there. We have more to sell. I think next we'll hit up the furniture. We spawned a bunch of that. Let's see how much spawned. We may need to spawn more. And then we'll see how much we get for it. I have no idea how much that's going to sell for. It takes a long time to produce. Which means it's going to take a long time for us to save up 10 million liters for our challenge. But I think we should sell this first batch. Raise cash, try and get more fields, try and get more equipment. We've got sugar beet equipment to buy. We've got olive harvesting equipment to buy. We've got grapes, cotton, all kinds, potatoes, and not to mention a ton of fields to purchase. So we really need the cash. Need the cash to buy things so we can make more cash. But yeah, let's see what that furniture's going to sell for once we get there. I think we're pretty much done selling stuff out of the mammoth mill. We got, what do? We got rid of all the jars, all the drill pipe, and all the steel. Nails we need to keep, and the other things in there we need to keep. That'll be used as part of other productions. But furniture is going to be right next door. I noticed that it was spawned in. There may be more that we can spawn. Hopefully that little pallet of planks won't... There's actually a pallet of pallets. I'm going to move that. I don't think it's going to get picked up, but let's just move this way off to the side. We can load up this furniture and then we'll see what it sells for and see if we can spawn more in. Stacks, which is nice. Where's its little trigger? Over here. Let's see if there's more for us to grab. Pallets we don't want to sell. We're going to use those. Yeah, that's it for the furniture. Let's check the sell points. We might get an autosave here. All right, now we got a hunt. Hunt for furniture in this massive list. I wish we could sort it. There might be a mod that lets us do that. All right, furniture. There it is. Not, it doesn't sell for much, does it? We sell it at the market. $1 cheaper at the hardware store. I think we'll just go to the hardware store. That just feels like it's closer. Might not be, but it just feels closer and it's a little easier to pull through. Let's do that. Make a quick trip to the hardware store and sell this load off. It's not going to be a lot, but it'll be something. Probably 15,000 maybe? 15, 20,000. Don't know if we'll sell this in the future. Like I said, it does take a long time to make. It's going to take a while to save up 10 million liters. And it doesn't sell for much, so might not bother with this in the future. We'll just start storing it up. The glass jars so far have been the biggest profit item, and they're fairly easy to make. The sand is not hard to mine, and it's right next door to the mammoth mill. So harvesting sand and turning it into glass jars is really not that bad for how much money we've been getting off of them. I think the banana chips and the dried cherries, we'll do those probably last. I think we'll get decent money for those, and those aren't hard. You just got to throw compost into an orchard and water, and then buy a little bit of herbicide, throw that in there. It's not much effort at all for those. So hopefully those will turn out to be good profit items for us. If we can get double the production out of them once we get more manure produced from our cows, and then eventually pigs. Pigs do? Yeah, pigs do manure and slurry, I think, don't they? Or do they just do slurry? Can't remember. I think they do both. But yeah, that manure over at the orchard will effectively double our production of bananas and cherries and all the other produce that orchard grows. All right, let's drop this off. I'm going to guess 15, 16,000, somewhere in that range. Not going to be a whole lot. What do we get? Yeah, 16,746. It's something, right? It helps. We're about 46,000 from our goal. I think we're not going to have much problem getting there. But I'd like to get some extra cash. Next episode, you're going to have to pay off 20 grand more of our debt. And then this truck is actually going to need maintenance after all this hauling materials. So we'll keep selling. Next stop is the old man's mill. I will meet you there. It occurred to me that the old man's mill might need some nails. So on the way, we might just drop some off. Let's check and see if it does. Since it's on the way, we'll go to productions, old man's mill, nails. Yeah, can definitely use nails. Could use 600,000 liters. Let's load up on nails. I think these stack. We'll just drop these off on our way over there. Oh, nails don't stack, do they? We'll just take one load then. Yeah, I don't know why these don't stack. Oh well, that's fine. They last a fairly long time at Old Man's Mill. And I've been using the little forklift to drag the nails over to the carpentry mill here on the left. There's our little forklift. I have fun with that. But we'll just use the auto load and the truck to bring them over to Old Man's Mill. All right, those are unloaded. Let's get going on walkers. We'll take as many as they'll give us. and then we'll see where to sell them. It's probably going to be the market. Or maybe the embassy. We'll find out. All right, that's our first load of walkers. Almost 40,000 for that, and we're getting real close to 1.4 million in the bank. We still owe 7 million, but we'll pay that off in time. All right, that's it for the walkers. Let's go get wheelchairs. We're now over 1.4 million, so we're definitely going to buy that field. But let's raise a bunch more cash. Like I said, we've got plenty of things to buy. Speaking of which, before I forget, while we're driving, maybe, let's take a look and see if there's anything on sale that's good. There's a little tractor here. 75 horsepower. That's pretty tiny. Don't think we have use for that yet. Let's take a quick look at that, though. Is that one of the narrow ones? I can't tell. If this is like one of those little guys for grapes and olives, it wouldn't be bad to pick that up on sale. But boy, that is really, really, really a lightweight tractor. Base price 20,000. What's it on sale for? 52% off. Let's not. Let's hold on to the cash. It's a decent savings, $20,000, but we may not use that for a while. And if we have to get that full price at 40,000, we're not going to break the bank. So yeah, I will meet you back at Old Man's Mill, and we'll get the wheelchairs next. All right, I got a load of wheelchairs here. Let's see where we can sell these. There they are. Market is 500. Embassy is 501. Let's go to the market. I think that's a little bit closer than the embassy, or maybe even a lot closer. So 500, not bad. That's not a bad price. We'll see. I'm anxious to see just how far we can run up our bank balance. Maybe we can work our way towards our second field. That would be very, very cool, but I don't think we're going to get to a second field. Not this episode. Pardon me. Whoops, almost went rolling right by it. Let's swing around. Luckily, there's no traffic on this road, I don't think. This is the market. Not bad, 38,000 for that load. We'll go get another load. I don't know if this next one will be a full load or not. But we will cash out. Might just hit 1.5 million with this load, and then we got to go do the produce. Sell a bunch of that, and then finally our dried cherries and banana chips. All right, we just missed 1.5 million by, what is that, $288 or something? 288 bucks. That's all right. We need to sell some produce. I will meet you back at maybe the greenhouse, and we'll load up with something and get that to market as well. See you in a second. All right, we're back on the main farm. I'm going to take a little detour here over to the service station and get our maintenance back up to 100%. But man, I've been doing this a lot between episodes, and it adds up. But I don't want to keep things in good repair. But yeah, 5,000 for the truck. Boom. And I don't know if we should even bother doing this, but I will. 219 for the trailer. Now we are back in good mechanical health. Head over to, I think, the greenhouse first, maybe. All right, broccoli it is. Let's grab it. I think these do stack. We'll find out. We'll find out. Boy, we have a ton, 141,000. Not sure what we'll get for this. We'll see in a bit. All right, let's wrap up this episode here. We still have a lot to sell. We'll pick up the sales marathon next episode. We want to raise some money and get that field. So I will see you all in the next episode.